Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, folks. This is the final stretch for everyone who's just spent the last 24 and a bit hours. And it's been quite an experience, I think. I think we have all learnt a lot. And in the very last session, I don't know if anybody heard that or was actually said to me backstage by Sam, but somebody actually reached out to Sam, wanted to know if we're going to do this in 3 weeks' time. So what are your thoughts? Do this again in 3 weeks?
We can, but the only thing is that chapters, we'll have to get together all the chapters and their speakers, and then we can do that. But we have
Spoilers, it's at the end of the slide deck.
Yes.
All right, let me dive into the slide deck then. Let's see what we've managed to do. So first and foremost, 24 hours of OWASP content. Over 40 presentations, including this one, I think, if I counted them correctly. About 15 countries represented, and many chapters from India, many chapters from the United States. So a great deal of chapters in total. Over 950 subscribers to the YouTube channel and over 5,700 views. It's insane. The stats, we will try and find a way to publish them. But to go from brainchild Takahura that you had on a random Wednesday morning to that's pretty impressive. I have just spent the last 30 minutes or 35 minutes presenting. So if somebody else would like to talk, I'm more than happy to let you do so. My throat is quite happy to take a break at this point. So some more stats.
Yeah, perfect.
No, go for it, Vandana.
No, I was saying we can just ask Takaharu to take it.
Oh no, me, no. You just do it. You're the only woman, so yeah, you've been leading this team, so you are this.
No, Takaharu, go ahead.
Okay.
We can go one by one.
Okay. So yeah, so that's on the day too. So yeah, we have the 5,800 views on YouTube Live, and Japan chapter got the top 4 for that, and New York, Belgium, okay. Oh, it's just gone.
Grant, we can see everything on your screen.
Okay, yes, Grant. Yeah, Grant is doing something. Yeah, and Chile, Cairo from Egypt, Guatemala, Atlanta, Orange County, U.S., Santa Barbara, U.S., and Hawaii from U.S. So we all did a great work here. So yeah, so next slide. Okay, so it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So it's gonna be okay. So I pass on to Oscar then.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, don't be worried about it. I'm the last one in the picture. But the session host, was a really good thing because we have a lot of names in here. We have the different country all together. Everyone share the knowledge. So this is the most important thing the point of view that I have in my mind, because if you have knowledge and you share this knowledge, it's really good. And also, if you do this for free for one day for all the community, and I think that this is was the one of the most impressive thing than I view in maybe it's the first time that this kind of people are together. Doesn't matter the country that you are, and yeah. One of the things that Sendai is speaking in English also, and Uruguay, Chile, Cairo. everyone in here was give to us the best effort. So I think that was amazing. This slide, I think that showed to all the world that everyone can be together. It doesn't matter if we're in a bad time, but we can be together for 24 hours.
That's nice. Yes.
Just a
Good.
special shout out here to the New York chapter who stepped in when we lost a couple of speakers, who stepped in to try and fill up a little bit more of the space. Everybody here managed to bring speakers in and find the right content and present it to you guys. These are the people that made it all happen, really, at the end of the day.
Very
That's
appreciated.
right.
Yes.
Kudos to all the chapter leaders.
Mm.
And for making it smooth. Like the way we were all worried that everything should go fine, everything should go fine. Everything went on with time. Everyone was able to cut off on time, and then we were able to move ahead with all the chapters, all the 25 chapters, which is great.
Yes. So we were just, just so easy. You just go on, and we didn't do anything. The chapters was really great. So yeah, really appreciate it.
I think that in one way or another, all the speakers it give in this 24-hour the best that they have, and put to all the community his knowledge. And I think that this is a very, very good point. And to speak in sometimes like me, like Takaharu, they won't change the language, they won't change anything for to be inside and try to explain the knowledge that they have in their mind. So I think that this is a really, really nice thing, because we have only also Hasadine then was speaking also the country of him, and everyone do his job as the best that they can. Yes, I think that is nice.
Yes.
I also appreciated the content of all presentation. I connected during the night sometime and the last day today. Very, very good presentation. Maybe I suggest to put all presentation available for the attendees, because they asked for that during the session.
Mhm.
And thank you to all. Thank you to you, and thank you to all speaker and attendees also, and our community.
So,
But
moving on.
There are so many speakers that didn't fit on one slide.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. But I don't listen, John.
So I managed to catch maybe 14 hours of the 24, but everything I heard was in English, and that was a comment you made earlier, Oscar, and I really, really appreciate that as somebody who doesn't speak very good Japanese or any at all, or Spanish or Hindi, or so the fact that so many people presented in possibly their second or third or even fourth language to make it a universally acceptable thing. Guys, that is truly hats off to you all. Really, thank you so much for that.
But it's normal. If we speak Arabic, only Arabic country can understand. If they speak Hindi, only Hindi. So, and in India, there are maybe more than one dialect. I don't know, but it's good to speak English, in my opinion. So I agree with you. Very good.
Yeah, and it really is impressive. I thank you. The irony is that English probably isn't the most spoken language on the planet. That's probably going to be, from a first language perspective, it's probably going to be Mandarin. But thank you very much for keeping it more universal in English for us.
Oh yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm so glad. We sometimes having hard time, trying to express myself in English, but someone say to us, it's really great. I think so. Thank you very much.
These slides here, and it's it's embarrassing for me to talk about it, but I really do want to extend my thanks to everybody who's involved in organizing this. You guys put a lot of time in. As a dean, you jumped in halfway through because we needed extra hands, and you did so. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
You guys have all been absolutely amazing. Thank you for putting the time in and making it happen. I know the community really does appreciate it, and it's clear from the responses that we've been getting on the YouTube channel that it's been, well, they've thoroughly enjoyed it. They want it to be done again.
Mm.
And this was my last slide, but John, you say I got to go further?
I did stick a new slide in the shared file. I don't know if it made it into the deck you're presenting.
It is there. It's a surprise for everyone.
It's going to be a surprise to the person presenting, so that's impressive.
Yeah.
The joys of live collaboration.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this team.
Yes.
So it looks like my version of the slide deck doesn't include that final slide, John.
Well,
Oh,
then I guess
is it
I will
so?
just tell you about it.
Ah. Go ahead, John.
In the lead up to kicking off the event 24 hours ago, I raised the question, are we going to do this again? And if so, can we decide on at least a tentative date to announce? And we did come to what we believe is a good consensus that we would like to try to do this as a global OWASP activity at least twice a year. So looking at that, going from now about 6 months leads us into Christmas. So let's go a little further. And then we looked at toward the middle to end of January and realized that that would conflict with AppSec Cali. So the dates that we came up with would be the 6th and 7th of February, 2021. Same basic format, and again, starting at noon UTC and going until about 12:30 UTC on Sunday. So mark your calendars. We're planning to be back in, what's that, about 8 months, actually.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, but
There it is.
If so many chapters turn in, we have to go 48 hours next time.
Yeah.
So actually, I think, given that we have 8 months to prepare for it, we only had 3 months to prepare this one. So 8 months out, yeah, we could do 48 hours. I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
Of course, that is very much reliant on our community supporting us finding 48 chapters who are prepared to take part.
Right.
And they should be, because there's, 140 worldwide?
Yeah, but actually, it's very scalable. We just get more producers and, just keep on going.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 more producers.
Yes, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little worried about this trend at 24, 48, 92? No, 96?
For a month. Yeah. So we have over 250 chapters. I think we can get them all in.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
yes.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do it.
So
That's
something else.
That's a good question. How many times do we need to do this before every chapter gets a chance?
Or how many times do we have to do this before we've scaled up to the point where every chapter gets a chance in that same cycle?
Yeah. Oh, yes. There's something important, John, you wanted to tell? That what we want next time? We want new chapters.
Oh, yes. So obviously, one of the things that we would like to do is to make sure that the event stays inclusive, that everyone who would like to participate gets a chance. So we'll do some improvements to the call for chapters and call for presenters process. And it is our desire to make sure that first priority goes to chapters that did not get a chance to host this time. Of course, our overall goal of trying to follow the sun and have chapter hosting be done by a chapter that's more or less midday in their time zone may lead to some places where we have chapters repeating, but it would be our preference to see new chapters step up and present sessions next time. Now, of course, if we have 48 hours to cover, then we'll be looking for 40, possibly up to 48 chapters hosting. One question that was asked was, well, do we want to stick with 1 hour per chapter? Maybe we want to do 90 minutes, give them a little more flexibility, and then it won't quite be 48 chapters. So we intend to keep you posted on this. We're working with the foundation staff to get a permanent home on the OWASP.org website, where we'll have information on the process and the upcoming schedule. So be sure to bookmark that once we get that up there, and you can keep posted on the process for getting our next event organized.
Great. So looking forward to 48 hours or 48 chapters to be under one umbrella. And hopefully now we have 8 months to prepare. So we have a lot of plans. Oh, Grant is saying that plug the upcoming summer plans too.
Yes, that is important.
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead, Grant? Are you able to share that in your browser?
I'm sure I can. Sorry, I had to pull someone out. We can only have 6 of us in this session at once, just to make it clear to everyone why I keep disappearing from the session. Let me see if I can pull up the. So, you guys all, I mean, this is probably your homepage as it is mine, right? The OWASP.org website. And I will try and quickly navigate to. And the irony is that it will appear up here. Is only one click away. Really? This is what happens when CSS doesn't load.
Cursed by the live demo gods.
It's the irony that a Privacy Badger plugin is blocking the use of the CSS that makes it look good. So, OWASP Virtual AppSec Days happening this summer, every month through the summer. So June, July, and August. The dates are here. OWASP training given by, in my humble opinion, some of the world's finest AppSec specialists. We have a great community, and I think everybody really good in this in the AppSec area is very firmly involved with OWASP, and we've selected some amazing training sessions that are going to be available. This is a way that you can contribute to the foundation. This is how the foundation makes the money that they then spend on projects and on chapters. So if you have the budget, please, this is where you want to spend it. I feel like I'm sitting here with my hat, holding my hat out. I wish I was one of the trainers teaching these classes. I'm not, so I can plug it as hard as this because I do think it is genuinely a good thing. And this is where I will be spending some money this summer, taking some courses from some interesting people, including some people on this session. In addition to the paid for courses, the foundation is planning to put together some free classes, some entry-level classes that are being offered for free to the community as a community program. And Vanana is going to be doing some of those as well, I know of. So please pay attention to what's going on with the site and just keep an eye on what's happening. And as the registrations open up, feel free to reach out and get involved there. Anybody else have anything else they need to plug?
Yes, to add in one other plug, you'll notice that the member discount on a single training course is $50 US. That happens to be the individual membership rate per year. So as a really great investment, if you're thinking about signing up for a class, I would recommend that first you join OWASP as an individual member, and then you can take advantage of the member discount on your first class.
And you get that same member discount on your second and third class if you decide to do every each of the 3
Absolutely.
months.
Yes.
Meaning that for the low price of $50, you get a year's membership and $150 discount across the 3.
As well as member discounts on other events as they come up.
And there are
For
scholarships.
those of us, yeah, I was going to say, and for those of us who are not able to afford these things, there will be scholarships as well. Keep an eye on the website for that. And also those living in parts of the world, like where I'm from, where the currency is not quite as strong as a US dollar, membership costs are actually lower in those parts of the world too. So for a $20 investment, you can get a $50 return. Anana, you had something you wanted to plug as well?
No. You've mentioned about scholarship. I just wanted to highlight because last time there were a lot of questions around scholarship. So we just wanted to address that. You just have to go to the page. The prices for the trainings are very low. But when you talk about scholarship, there will be a form which will be there for scholarship. You just have to fill the form. We're not specifically highlighting the scholarship because of the discounted prices of the training. But then you will see that, especially for students. And as John mentioned that the people who cannot afford those trainings, for them it'll be there. You'll just have to fill the form. And in the past the trainings that we had on virtual AppSec days, there were like over 40 people whom we gave the scholarships. So please make sure you keep a check on it so that you can be part of all the trainings. Yeah. And this time we have like different trainings around cloud, DevOps with security and whatnot. So you should keep a check on that. And thanks for joining us today. Yes.
Yeah, so this summer there's some training coming up. Early next year, you can expect the next version of this OWASP 24 hours, which will probably be 48 hours because we seem to be dreaming big. Oscar Bravo, that means that you're going to have to come up with a new logo. Special thanks to you for jumping in.
Bravo.
Oh, sorry, I mute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do another design of logo. I help in all of your needs. It's an honor to participate in that community. So thank you very much.
We should also go ahead and mention, as we're talking about other upcoming events, there are the next 2 global AppSec conferences. That the San Francisco conference is scheduled for the 19th through the 23rd of October. We're expecting a decision on or before 31 July regarding whether that will be a face-to-face or fully virtual conference. And then, of course, the Global AppSec Dublin conference has been rescheduled to the 3rd week in February, the 15th through the 19th. And I believe at this point we're assuming that that will be a face-to-face conference. We also have a number of long-time local and regional conferences coming up, including in the events list on the OWASP.org website. LastCon is scheduled at the end of October. And as I'd mentioned, I believe I mentioned this during the opening session, the OWASP New Zealand conference is the same week as Global AppSec Dublin.
And the community can also be get connected with each other. Almost all the chapters of OWASP have their YouTube channels. or they are going live with one or the other platform. So you should keep a check on all the talks that are happening. There are a lot of talks by Suffolk chapter, by Bangalore chapter, by New Zealand chapter, or Morocco chapter. So all the chapters are coming up with their talks, and London chapter, not to miss that. So please stay tuned with all the events that are happening, and all the talks. Everything is free of charge. So you should attend all those talks by the wonderful speakers. I think we're good to close.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
It
Thank
was
you to
an
everyone.
3 months.
Yes, kind of hard.
Thank you.
Meeting
Yeah.
every
Great,
3 days, getting the
Yeah.
platform.
great
Yes,
experience, and I learned a lot with you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for everything.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you, everyone. Bye.
And thank you to everyone
Thank
who
you
watched
so
us
much.
throughout the day.
Yeah.
So,